I had relaxed my hair from middle school throughout high school. We didn't have many options, so I decided to create it. Curls is my fifth baby. I have 4 kids. I spend so much time creating it. It's a brand for women of all ethnicities that have textured hair. I grew up in South Sacramento, not the sunny side of California when you think of the beaches, the palm trees. No, my world was very much different. There was a lot of drugs, crime, gang activity. It was really just a place of despair. I didn't see people succeed, and it actually was motivating. 2002, I started curls in my garage, literally. I actually used to work for Intel Corporation, and I realized that the corporate world wasn't for me. So as I faced challenges, I realized I want to take control of my financial landscape and create my own destiny. First thing I knew I needed was a cosmetic chemist to make the products. I found someone, I did my research online. He created my first very simple basic product line. It was a shampoo, a conditioner, a curl refresher, and a styling cream. I really thought that I would be able to get like a small business loan. Despite having exceptional personal credit, I could not get a business loan to save my life. So I had to start it smaller, on a much smaller scale, and I had to grow it organically over time, which actually happened to be a blessing in disguise. I was able to start small, grow organically, but also more importantly, make mistakes on a small scale before I was noticeable and before it made an impact on my brand. So not having the funding was truly a blessing in disguise for me. Why women of color? I'm a woman of color who struggled and could not get obviously the funding. I didn't have a mentor or help. So I know there's a need, and again, untapped need to help. Female-based African-American businesses are on the rise. We're up 300%, but less than 4% see the $1 million mark. So that's why Oprah created the show, was to help bridge the gap. And so after the show wrapped, I created the Academy to continue that work. One major tip, very important, is to plan your business success and strategy. And that means having a business plan. I also recommend getting a mentor that's important, that has done it before, because that person can help you avoid any pitfalls, right? Anything that they've learned, they can pass along to you to help you get through success quicker than going through without. So I think it's super important. Also, it's important to think about your exit plan, because sometimes businesses can fail. Actually, 80% do. So make sure that you have an exit plan and know exactly what you're gonna do if it fails. But also understand that failure isn't final. Just because you failed means you tried, doesn't mean that you're a failure. It means you tried. And that means maybe there's something else you can do differently. So remember that. And also, you have to really be a strong person. You have to really, I think, build up your personal esteem of yourself and also your willpower, because you're gonna get a lot of no's before you get to that one yes. So if you can't take rejection, it may not be for you, but get a thick skin and understand that this kind of comes with the territory. And understand that just because someone else said no doesn't mean that's gonna be no forever. Curls, what's the future? My eyes lit up as I'm thinking about what we're doing. I always like to evolve and find new areas to explore. So we are actually exploring and developing in the CBD area for hair care, right? Because it's not so much about texture this time, about treatment, because it did all the clinical data. Also, other brands outside of the curls line, I'm gonna do and step into food category and some other areas. So for curls specifically, CBD is really hot, and we're gonna be the first in our category with it.